fudge, man. I'm nervous, bro.
He said he's excited to talk to you guys. So.
Boom. We in there. Yo, wait, can you hear? Yo, what's going on? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
How's it going, man? Well, man.
I'm doing good. Doing great, man. Life's great. There's no better feeling than, getting a nice finish. So
And beating someone's ass. That's awesome. That was sick
crazy. Yo, good fight. Congratulations, man.
Oh, thank you.
Dude, I gotta ask, those shorts, those are awesome. What made you want to wear those and
the tuxedo?
Shirt?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I came here to look good, like I can't just beat ass. I gotta look good too in the process. So it's a good night. I took like no damage as well, so I'm keeping my face pretty. So I'm happy.
Nice, man. And you got your teammates looking good too. That's great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a team thing, like we like to be professionals.
Yeah, of course. What's the story on the tattoo under the arm? The Charizard, is that what that is?
Yeah, Charizard. So this was my first tattoo. I was always a huge Pokemon nerd growing up, and I remember always like saying as a kid, because you'd always like look at tattoos. Not everyone had tattoos back then, but I remember always thinking if I was to ever get one, it'd have to be Charizard, right? And and I grew up, I became a grown man, and I decided, screw it, I still want the Charizard, so I got it on the arm. So
that's awesome.
Do you have a full collection, don't you? I was on your Instagram, I saw you had like a full collection of Pokemon cards.
Of the OG ones. Oh yeah, I got the full OG ones. Yeah. That's one of my prized possessions, man. I tell you.
Oh, that's freaking
I
cool,
only
man.
show a selected few people that. I always tell them before I show them. I go, hey, can't tell anyone this.
You don't know what you're about to see.
Yeah, right.
Well, man,
that's awesome.
That is awesome. So, I mean, how long have you been into the combat sports? I mean, how did you go from wrestling to where you are now? Like, kind of tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I always loved fighting. I wrestled, like I started in middle school, wrestled in high school, I wrestled in college. And while I was wrestling in college, I had some coaches who fought MMA. So they'd kind of like, teach me, like, they'd get some training in. So I joined them. And I always kind of want to make that transition because, I don't know, I've always been a fan of fighting. Like, people are always like, why do you fight? I'm like, there's so much things. There's so much reason why I fight. Like, I don't know. I watched a lot of WWF growing up, I also watch insane amount of like Dragon Ball Z. So like, I felt like just from a young age, I was always like, I gotta get, I gotta fight, I gotta scrap. I gotta get big. I need some crazy blonde golden hair,
Oh, that's incredible. That's incredible, man. Honestly. How did you like transitioning to striking?
Oh, it's fun. Striking's so much fun. People don't realize this. Wrestling is kind of like the sheer of all the martial arts. Not in the fact that like it's the most important, I feel like, of all martial arts, but it's also like it's the hardest to train. You know what I mean? Because there's no secret. People ask me, hey, what's the secret to a good double leg? I'm like, well, what I did is I drilled it every day for like 10 years and that's how you perfect it. And it's like, people are like, oh, I just want a pointer. You know what I mean? Do I lean this way? No, it's just reps. So I'm really glad I got out of the way with as a kid because striking's fun, jiu-jitsu's fun, It's just, it's more laid back. It's the wrestling no one wants to do. Even in MMA, like, it's just a hassle. It's like, all right, take him down 10 times. Let him take you down 10 times and keep repeating it.
Yeah, I've always heard stories about how wrestling is super crazy. It's like one of the hardest combat sports. But
oh yeah, it's
and the conditioning is insane. Like wrestlers' conditioning just from the get-go is absolutely nuts. But I think personally better than other martial arts along the lines of just being able to keep the pressure up the entire time.
Oh yeah, big time. It's such a grind. And what also makes it worse is, at least in the States, no one really cares about wrestling, So it's like, I would like dedicate my life in high school to it. And like, you get some moms showing up to your wrestling matches and I'm just like, oh, thanks mom, like, so there's no glory in it. There's a lot more glory in MMA. So I appreciate that. I'm a sucker for attention. What can I say?
Heck yeah. You said you like Dragon Ball Z. You have a favorite character?
Oh, love Dragon Ball Z. Love it. Oh man, it depends. So you can't go wrong with Vegeta. Vegeta is, of course, like one of the best. Like
Heck yeah.
when he turns Super Saiyan for the first time, that is the best scene. So I got to go with Vegeta because that's like I've watched that scene so many times. You know, he comes in with the androids and he's like, "Does the machine feel fear?" And then he goes Super Saiyan and everyone's like, "Whoa, I thought he has to be pure-hearted," you know? And he's like, "I'm pure evil," and you're just like, let's go, Vegeta, man. Let's go.
Dude, heck yeah. Dude, he was pretty cool from the get-go, right when he gets down there with Nappa and they're just like ready to F everybody up. Yeah, he was dope, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good choice. Yeah. You said you like WWF too. You have any wrestlers that are like maybe inspiring or favorite wrestler?
Oh, so as a kid, I loved The Rock and Stone Cold. That rivalry was awesome. DX was badass too. You know, you got Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Ric Flair was also kind of the man too. I feel like I blame Ric Flair for getting me in a lot of trouble because I was in the 2nd grade and I was getting in a lot of trouble with my teacher, and she kept saying I was catcalling, and it was because I was watching, you know, Ric Flair, and he would woo all the time. And go woo, and I kept doing it, and it kept pissing off the teacher. But like, I just wouldn't stop. I was that kid. And so, you know, she had to call in my parents, and he shouldn't be watching that wrestling, you know. So my parents had to, you know, pull me away from wrestling for a little bit.
Oh man!
Wow, that's awesome.
That is awesome. Actually.
I know. It's not easy being a 7-year-old kid, you know. It's tough.
Ask him his thought on Tori.
Now,
Yeah.
did you watch anime? Do you play any video games?
After Johnny Lawrence.
Yeah. I just got into gaming again. I went through a phase when I was younger. I played a lot. Now I just bought a PlayStation 5, and I'm a huge sucker for the Final Fantasy games. I've been tearing through
kidding. Let's go. That's
so
sick.
I just beat the 16th one that came out, but then they just remade like the second, or not the second. It's the second like
7
of the 7th remake. So that's next on my list.
No kidding. Wait, you already played the first little part of that FF7 remake?
Yeah,
Not part. It's like 50 hours.
They dragged that thing on, but it was cool. I enjoyed it. I was a fan.
Damn, that's crazy. That is absolutely. Did you ever play the original?
Like the first one?
Yeah, FF7.
Oh, the 7th. Yeah, I played part of it back in the day. My favorite is Final Fantasy X, because I remember that was like the most iconic. That was the first Final Fantasy game we got as a kid. And I remember looking at the graphics and like, this looks real. Yeah. And I remember putting hours into the 10th one. I went back and I played the 7th one. I played the 8th one, and then I haven't done 9. After that, I did 12, and then.
Oh man, you played a lot of them.
Oh yeah. No, it's yeah, I like it.
That's crazy. That's really cool, actually. Dan, you're into all the cool stuff. To be honest with you, all the same stuff we're into.
Yeah, straight up.
A cool guy.
Yeah. You're coming off like that for sure.
Any better.
Damn.
That's awesome, man.
That is awesome. So, you made a call out tonight to Anatoly, right?
That's the guy you want next on your list?
And he's a middleweight. There's not a middleweight on this planet that could beat me. I will whoop his ass, with all due respect.
With all due respect. Then he starts hitting the pecs. You made some comments that he was a middleweight and not a heavyweight. What exactly does that mean? Can you like elaborate a little bit?
He's a middleweight. He won the middleweight belt. Like, you know, like that's a great accomplishment, but at the same time, like I could never make middleweight. You know what I mean? Like there's just a size difference.
Okay. So you think you come in a little bigger?
Oh yeah. It doesn't matter how much he bulks up. It's there's not a middleweight that could beat me. Come on, like
yeah.
I don't know. With all due respect, he's accomplished a lot. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna like rag on that, but at the same time, there's weight classes for a reason. You know, so like if a guy could go down like 2 weight classes and like win a title, it's like, well, is he really like a heavyweight? I don't think so.
Oh, okay. You got any different questions, Hutch? I got one random one.
I have one after you. Go ahead.
Would you fight 1 horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized 100 duck-sized horses? I say that right?
100 duck-sized horses. I'll take on 100 duck. Yeah, a horse-sized duck is huge, man.
Yeah, that'd be crazy,
Yo,
right?
ducks
You wouldn't
are
fight them.
vicious too.
You wouldn't
bro.
want
They
to
don't
test
play
them.
games. They don't play games,
No.
man.
You guys don't think you could take them?
Bro, if you get bit by a duck one time, you put some respect on their names.
Yeah, I could. I'm not saying I can't take a horse-sized duck, but I'll definitely take a bunch of duck-sized horses instead. Are you kidding
Without a
me?
problem.
Come on.
I hear that. I hear
Come on.
that. Okay.
I think
okay.
my last question is whenever you're walking into the ring and the music's going and you got the crowd screaming, how do you like stay focused and not, lose your mind?
I don't know. I think it's all the years of wrestling. I've gotten so used to competition, and that's kind of the hardest part about like combat sports or one-on-one competition is like dealing with your nerves. And I've wrestled hundreds of matches in my life, so I've made a walk out into like a mat in front of everyone. I've done that so many times that I'm just confident. Whether
Second
it's
nature.
in a ring. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, we appreciate your time, man. Thank you so much for hanging out with
Absolutely.
us. Is there anything you want to say to everybody watching, all your new fans?
All
Where can
my
they
new
find you?
fans.
Yeah, heck yeah. They're all loving you, man. The chat is loving you, dude.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, you can follow my Instagram. It's Vanilla Thunder MMA, all one word. Pretty simple, easy to remember, and you'll see some awesome content.
All right, man. Hey,
Thank you,
dude,
bro.
thank you so freaking much,
Appreciate
brother,
you,
man.
man.
And congratulations again,
All
dude.
right. Thank you. Take it easy,
All
guys.
right, man. See you,
Later,
man.
bro.
Oh, man, that was so freaking cool. Dude, what a badass dude, man. What a badass guy. He likes all the cool shit.
I know.
He likes Final Fantasy. He likes Dragon Ball Z. He likes WWF, The Rock, Stone Cold. What? I was very nervous about that, but what a cool dude, man. Oh, yeah.